Hey guys, it's Deanna Castanodee. I am a mother of 2 wonderful boys, and I am a youth leader at my church, as well as a coupon on the side. But this is all about my weight loss journey, about me just getting healthy all around. I am starting off right now at 238 pounds. My goal is to hit 170. Well, guys, I hope you guys stay watching my videos that I'm posting up and show me support on this weight loss journey. Hey guys, we're going to be talking about how to convert your percentage of fat to pretty much pounds, because you want to know how much pounds of fat you're losing. So this is the equation that I have made up in order to figure out how much weight I am losing. There's a estimate one and there's more accurate one. But what I am using is the previous weigh-in. Mine was last week, but whatever your previous weigh-in is, you're going to use that weight and that previous weigh-in, previous weigh-in weight and previous weigh-in percentage of fat from your body. Then you're going to times those, and that will give you the previous current fat by poundage. My problem with this whole thing was it was giving me 4 numbers after the decimal. So I started rounding. Please remember that you can't have 110.68 pounds. That's not possible because there's only 16 ounces in a pound. So what you would do is it will be rounded up to the nearest decimal because it's 0.68. I think that's what I just said. So then it turns into 100. I forgot the number I gave y'all. 100 whatever point. It will go to 7 because I said 6, right? Just let me give you a new number. Sorry. So you can't have a number that says 110.6888. That's easier. Okay. You can't have that. It's just impossible because there's 16 ounces. So then what you're going to do is you're going to round to the nearest decimal, which was 0.6888, will be converted into 0.7, right? Because that 8 is bigger than the 6, and bigger than 5, and then it converts to a 7. Okay. So then it's 110.7. You guys get it? I hope y'all, pretty sure y'all do. You're very smart and intelligent people. So, for instance, if it says 110.14, 110.1432. It doesn't matter. You're dropping those 2 instantaneously, and it becomes 110.14. Okay? Because now you're trying to round up to that second decimal, because that 1, it can't be affected because the 4 is not big enough. So then you go to the next one. I hope I'm not confusing y'all. I hope I'm not. But that's how you get the previous poundage of fat from the previous weigh-in. Then you do to your current. So then you're going to do your current weight times your current fat percentage. Okay? You guys get it? Pretty sure y'all do. That's going to give you your current fat in your body by pounds. Then of course you're just going to subtract them both, and that will give you how much pounds you have lost of fat. So if your number comes out to 2 pounds that you lost of fat, and you lost 4 pounds, that means that 2 of those pounds came from fat and the other 2 not. Pretty simple, right? You guys get it? All right. Well, I'm going to end up putting up right now the my fat loss journey, and it also has my fat loss journey, my fat loss log. And I have examples on there, and I will go through the example with you so that way you guys can understand, especially the more accurate one. Okay, guys, so let's get straight into it. Okay, the equation is previous weight times previous body fat equals previous amount of fat. Then you do the same thing for the current weight. So current weight times current body fat percentage, of course. and that will equal your current amount of fat. Then we're going to subtract both of those, and that will give you your fat loss in poundage. Please don't forget to round. That's what we were talking about earlier. But for my example 1, I used my stuff, because that's all I had. So my previous week, for example 1, would have been January the 30th. I was weighing 234.4 pounds, and my body fat percentage was 47.2%. So that was equaling out to 110.6368. I rounded that at the 6 because you can't have 110.63. So, because there's only 16 ounces in a pound. So then I rounded it there at 110.6. Now for my current weight, it was the week of February the 6th. And I was weighing 230 pounds, 0.8. I times that times my body fat, which was 46.8%, and that equaled out to 108.0144. At that point, I rounded at where the 1 was, because if that 4 right next to the 1 was a 5, it would have been 108.02. Because obviously that 1's not going to change the 0. So I did it at the 1. So that ended up giving me my previous weight minus current weight being 110.6 minus 108.1, which equaled 2.59. I rounded that one at where the 5 was. The 9's big enough, so it made it 2.6 pounds. Now, when you do it that way, and you get more and more into your weight, because I did random numbers up to about 4 examples. And at the end of it, when it was to week 4 or weigh-in 4 or whatever, the numbers were off, and it was off about 0.6 of an ounce. So if you don't really care about that 0.6 of an ounce, that will be an easier way of doing it. Extremely, extremely easy. I will give you another example of that one. For my example 2, I did the previous weight, which was the 2-6 week, which was 230.8 times 46.8, which was my percentage of fat, which it gave me 108.0144. Once again, I rounded, so it came out to 108.01. Then I used my weigh-in from Valentine's the day before, which is 213. I was weighing 226.6. Whoop, whoop. Sorry. Times 46.6% body fat, of course. That gave me 105.5956. Okay, guys? Now, on that, I ended up rounding at the 5 and converted it to 105.6. So then I ended up doing the previous weight, current weight, minusing it, which was 108.1 minus 105.6 equals 2.41. I rounded the 2.41 and I got 2.4 pounds. Okay? At that instance, when I add the 2.6 pounds and the 2.4 pounds to give me my total, that would give me 5 pounds. Okay? If y'all guys would like to do that one and just have more of an estimate, that would be great for y'all, because that one's like really quick, you know? It's not going to take forever. But now, if you want more accurate and you're really stressing about the ounces as well, then, you know, this would be great for you, which is the more accurate one. It's the one that I'm most likely going to be doing because I'm just really crazy about this type of stuff. So, it's the same equation. It's a previous weight times previous body fat percentage equals previous amount of fat. Current weight times current body fat percentage equals current amount of fat. And then you're going to subtract those both. It's exactly the same. All that stays the same. So for example 1, the week of 130, I was weighing 234 pounds, 0.4 pounds, sorry. And I times that times 47.2% in body fat. That gives me 110.6. That's, of course, with the rounding. Now, in February the 6th, I was weighing 230.8. I times that times 46.8% body fat. That gives me 108.01. That's, of course, rounding. Now, when you subtract those two, and you do it with the 16-ounce conversion, it's going to be different now. Okay? Since when you do the 16 pounds, you're going to be, what's the best way to say it? You're going to be subtracting ounces from ounces. Okay? So that 110.6 is going to be converted into 110.06 if you're doing it on the calculator. Because if you put 110.6 minus 108.01, it's going to give you a different number. But if you were to put in 110.06 minus 108.01, it's going to give you, I'm sorry, this thing went different. Give me 1 second because I'm looking at the screen while I'm talking. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, if you do 110.6 minus 110.06 minus 108.01, that will give you 2.05 pounds. But if you put in the calculator 106 points, why do I keep on saying 106? I don't know. If you put in the calculator 110.6 minus 108.01, it's not going to give you that amount. Now, for example 2, it's the February the 6th, which is 230.8 pounds times 46.8% body fat equals 108.01. That's rounded, of course. Then we do the 213 weigh-in, which was 226.6 times 46.6% body fat, which was equaling out to 105.59, which I rounded up to 105.6. Now, on this one, you can't just subtract those two. Because even if you were to put 108.01 minus 105.06, that one is not greater than 6. So you have to add. Okay, guys, sorry, the train was passing, so I just let it pass because that person just like loves blowing on the horn. But anyways, so you're going to have to add, or not add, borrow from the pound side and take it over to the ounce. So you're going to be borrowing a pound and converting it into 16 ounces. Okay, so now your 108.01 is going to turn into 107.17 because we're going to subtract a pound from 108 that turns into 107, and then you're going to be adding 0.16 to the 0.01, which gets you your 0.17. Okay, and then you will subtract from that point 105.6. Now, if you're doing it in your brain, you could just figure that out, which is 211, right? 2 pounds and 11 ounces. But if you're doing the calculator, you're going to have to put in 107.17 minus 105.06. So that way it knows where the 6 is coming off of. Because if not, then it's going to give you like 50.50 something. But it's 2 pounds and 11 ounces is how much I lost on that. Hey y'all, I just wanted to say, please subscribe, like, and comment. And I want to thank everybody that has already subscribed to me for just supporting me on this weight loss journey. Y'all have a good one.